We'll do a bit more filming as we leave here. So we go through the gate, turnstile. We're not going to go any further to the bottom. We'll just head up with it, back up to the car now. We'll take a slow walk up. So normally you would purchase a ticket to go in here, go up there, and then go up to the pinnacles. That's right. But the way we did it, from the the top down, and then of course you avoid the entrance fee. So we would have come all the way there to the ladder, down to the steps. Now we've got to go all the way up here to beyond about here. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it, growers. That we were right up there. You can see people right up on the pinnacle. Wow. So we've walked all that way to get back down. That's quite a hike.
Adventures of early man.
So from the awesome views of nature to the smell of popcorn, ice cream and bubble gum and exhaust fumes. That's the way it goes. Cheddar, famous for its cheese. And there's one of the shops where you can purchase it. Local produce. Cafe, 2013. Pretty little cottage. Yeah, it's having a photograph. There we go. There's the Lion Rock. Stream outlet coming through the cave. Smell some incense.
Yeah.
And now we start climbing again now. Goff's Cave. Never been in there. Well, not that I remember. I may have done when I was very small as a child, but I don't really have much memory. I do remember going in caves as a child, but which ones they were, I really have no idea. Some of them you go on a boat inside and things like that, you know. I don't know if that was here or elsewhere. It could very well be here, because that would have been when I was a child going to West Bay, down near Bridport in Dorset, with to my grandparents' caravan, and we used to go out on day trips, and then we would have come to Cheddar Gorge then, back in the day. So it could very well have that memory of caves going in there then. I presume it was a lot cheaper back in those days. That would have been back in the 70s, 1970s, when I was a child. This is where all the car enthusiasts and motor enthusiasts gather on a Sunday. That would have been yesterday. As you can see, there's burnouts and rubber on the floor. And up and down the road, where they show off their prowess and their horsepower and their rubber generating skills. Yeah, I was guilty a little of that when I was younger, but I didn't really go to car gatherings, you know. Chelsea Cruise it was back in those days, at Chelsea Bridge, London. But, cave up there. Yeah, we may have driven by, but, you know, we didn't really prepare a vehicle to go showing it off at a crowd. That wasn't really my thing. Yes, it was interesting in having sporty vehicles. But yeah, they were generally, even in those days, unaffordable. Especially when you spent all your money on beer and hash. Yeah, that's what we used to spend our money on. Pub and hash. For many years. Many years. Yeah, we were right up the top up there, look. Rocks can fall at any time, park at your own risk. Yeah, it's always hazardous walking through here, or driving through here, or even being here. As you can see, all these loose rocks, they come from somewhere. There's plenty of them. And then they get brushed to the side. You can see, like, you know, thousands of them. And that little pathway here, I've never been up here before. I've always missed this one. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's nice and cool. In fact, it's getting damper and wetter. Wow. This always passed me by, this has. Smells like a latrine. I think it's a toilet. That's what I think it is. Here's the auditorium and the staircase that we saw from up the top, and that was way below us. And look, it towers above us here. Immense.
Yeah, 2 representatives.
I'll take the high road here. Wow, look at it, go straight up there. Yeah. Look at these big rocks, they've fallen off, look. Now of course if a little one hits you, Depends how high up it came from. It could just glance off you, but if that one hits you at any height, then you're going to suffer some serious injury. If that one comes off from the top and hits you square on the head, you are dead. Look, what happened here? Well, a rock fell. Look at the crater that created. That crater is over a foot deep, and that would have been a boulder half the size of that one, falling from the top. I wonder if I dug a little bit, you would find someone buried underneath it. Another one, crater. Whoa, huge crater. Where do these craters come from? Well, I tell you where they come from. They come from rocks, mate, falling from the cliff face. That is a huge crater, that one. Where are the boulders? Well, they're probably scooped off and chucked over here. I would imagine all of these bags filled out with rocks are from the remnants that are coming off this loose rock face here. So we're in a very hazardous place here because all the clues are around us. So let's not linger too long here. These big boulders. In fact, we'd be better off on the other side of the road, I think. We've seen the evidence. And if you've seen the evidence, then you take precautions. If you're shown something and you don't act on it, then that is ignorance. And then you deserve your lot. But if you're shown something and you act on it accordingly, then that's the best that you can do. And that goes for everything in life, not just walking through the gorge. But the symbols and the analogy is the same. And that goes for our behavior, our understanding of life, and the things we put in our body. Not only our food, what we expose ourselves to, but our impressions and how we can transform our impressions. Little cave there. I'm not sure if I've looked in that before. I think I have. It doesn't really go anywhere. I'm not going to scramble there today. Yeah, so the key to life is how we go about transforming the impressions that come into our awareness. You know, for some person, something may come into your life and you could take great offense at it. But for another person, that very same reason or impression can just be looked at and not ignored, but transformed so that it doesn't affect us like it does others. That is the key to transformation. Now, how do we go about that? How do we know what to react to? Well, there are teachings of old that tell us, that try to tell us, or have told us. Here's the pinnacles here. So we were up the top there earlier. Now we're going to head through this little chasm here. We'll stick on this side here. Now we'll swap to the other side and then back again this side. Yeah, things come into our psyche and we're unable to transform them, transmute them. Then they kind of go into our subconsciousness, our unconsciousness, and if they're particularly sinister, our infraconsciousness. What is infraconsciousness? well, it's bottled up behaviors, usually from sexual depravity. And what do I mean by sexual depravity? Well, the orgasm, that is fornication. And that's even with one's wife. The very act of the orgasm or the spasm is the fall of man. It creates and originates the egotistical behavior of the fallen man, the desire. This is a teaching that was being brought to us, usually veiled and symbolized from the beginning of time, really. It is in all the mythology. It is in all scriptures, most scriptures. But that's what these teachings are alluding to. Okay, over for the moment.